The moon hangs low over the harbor, casting long shadows over crates filled with contraband. A lone smuggler, breath tight in his chest, whispers orders to his crew. With every creak of the ship's rope, the fear of discovery looms. What drove men to defy one of the most powerful empires on Earth? How did their secretive actions ignite a movement for liberty that would shake the British Empire to its core? Welcome to Unlocking the Secrets of America's Founding Ideas. Discover the untold stories of American history with the National Character Association. In 1733, Parliament passed the Molasses Act, imposing steep duties on molasses, rum, and imported sugar from non-British territories. For colonial merchants who relied on trade with the West Indies, the act was more than a financial blow. It threatened their entire way of life. At 6 pence per gallon for molasses, 9 pence for rum, and 5 shillings per 100 pounds of sugar, these taxes made legal trade nearly impossible. Colonial merchants turned to smuggling as a lifeline and as a quiet act of defiance. Smuggling not only fueled colonial opposition, but also deprived Britain of much-needed revenue during the French and Indian War. After the war, officials demanded tighter control, believing that smuggling undermined their empire. In 1760, Massachusetts Governor Francis Bernard authorized writs of assistance, general search warrants that allowed British customs officials to inspect any ship, warehouse, or home without evidence or cause. In the words of James Otis, colonial lawyer,
"It appears to me the worst instrument of arbitrary power, the most destructive of English liberty and the fundamental principles of law that ever was found in an English law book."
The writs of assistance ignited outrage across the colonies. Many saw them as a violation of their natural rights, a symbol of tyranny rather than justice. Resistance began to brew not just against taxation, but against unchecked authority. James Otis was a brilliant lawyer who sacrificed his career and eventually his sanity, fighting British tyranny and giving voice to the cry, "No taxation without representation." James Otis's fiery opposition in court made waves. Though he lost the case, his defense of liberty galvanized public opinion, planting the seeds for future resistance to British rule. What began as a means to dodge taxes evolved into a powerful symbol of defiance. The Molasses Act, smuggling, and the writs of assistance marked an early clash between liberty and authority, a battle that would only intensify in the coming years. Like, follow, and subscribe to the National Character Association. Visit nationalcharacter.org to learn more.